Right now, as you sit in your chair or on your couch, you're on a planet spinning at roughly 1,000 miles per hour, yet none of us can feel it. But that's just the beginning. We're also orbiting the Sun at 67,000 miles per hour. Our entire solar system is racing around the center of the Milky Way at a staggering speed of about 514,000 miles per hour. It's so fast that it takes 230 million years just to complete a single orbit. To put that in perspective, the last time Earth was in this exact spot in the galaxy, the very first dinosaurs were just starting to appear. We aren't just living on a spinning planet, we are on a cosmic journey, hurtling through the depths of the galaxy at 500,000 miles per hour. It's as if the universe is giving us a perfect illusion. We seem to be standing still, but we're actually riding a cosmic bullet. Even at this speed, compared to the unfathomable scale of the universe, we're moving slower than an ant's crawl. Today, we're going on a journey that will stretch the limits of your mind and shatter your perceptions. What you're about to hear will change how you see scale and make everything you know feel incredibly small. When you look up at the sky, those bright dots aren't just beams of light, they're time machines. Our closest neighbor, the Moon, sits about 238,000 miles away. That sounds like a lot, but you could actually fit every single planet in our solar system, Jupiter, Saturn, those ringed giants, end to end between us and the Moon, and you'd still have room to spare. That gray sphere you see every day is so distant that if you tried to drive there in a car at 60 miles per hour, you'd have to spend 5 straight months behind the wheel. And in cosmic terms, that's just next door. We are like tiny dots clinging to each other in the middle of this vast darkness. Let's go a bit further. The Sun is the heart of our system. The 93 million mile gap between Earth and the Sun takes over 8 minutes for light to cross. So when you step outside and look at the sky, you're actually seeing the Sun as it was 8 minutes ago. If the Sun vanished right now, you wouldn't even notice for 8 minutes. Life would carry on as usual. As Einstein taught us, gravity also travels at the speed of light. So not only would it go dark, but Earth would keep orbiting for 8 minutes, as if it were still tethered by an invisible string. This speed limit of light is like the universe's loading time. We never truly see the present. Think about it. Even when you look at a friend across the table, you're seeing them as they were a billionth of a second ago. In space, this delay stretches into years and centuries. Once you leave the solar system, things get even stranger. The distance light travels in a year is about 6 trillion miles. The nearest star system, Alpha Centauri, is over 4 light years away. If you hopped on one of our fastest spacecraft today, the journey would take about 70,000 years. That's longer than the time since the invention of the wheel, the building of the pyramids, or even the rise of modern civilization. Even probes like Voyager 1, which are currently leaving our solar system, won't reach the doorstep of the void for thousands of years. Space is incredibly empty, and this emptiness is the ultimate physical wall preventing us from crossing these distances. If you imagined a football field as our solar system, the nearest star would be thousands of miles away. That vast gap is, quite literally, a void of nothingness. There are about 400 billion stars in our Milky Way galaxy alone. If you imagine every grain of sand on every beach and desert on Earth, there are likely far more stars in the universe than that. It's estimated that there are over 2 trillion galaxies in the observable universe. These numbers are easy to say, but impossible to truly grasp. If you tried to count them, a lifetime wouldn't be enough, not even the lifetime of entire civilizations. Moreover, each of these galaxies harbors supermassive black holes at their centers, millions of times the mass of our Sun. These black holes are like cosmic anchors, warping the fabric of space and time. They aren't just monsters devouring everything. They are the invisible architects maintaining the magnificent rotation and order of galaxies. When scientists look at the darkest spots in the sky with telescopes like James Webb, they find thousands of galaxies. Yet, we can only see about 5% of this massive structure. The remaining 95% is a mystery we call dark matter and dark energy. Dark matter is like an invisible glue holding galaxies together, while dark energy pushes the universe apart faster every second. It's like inflating a balloon. As it grows, the dots on its surface move away from each other rapidly, This expansion can even happen faster than the speed of light. This means there are regions of the universe whose light will never, ever reach us. Those places will remain mysteries to us forever. As if the scale of the universe wasn't enough, it's expanding faster every second. Galaxies are moving away so quickly that trillions of years from now, anyone looking at the sky will see nothing but a pitch-black void. They will never know other galaxies even existed. We are the lucky observers living in the Golden Age, where we can still see this incredible cosmic diversity. The space between galaxies is so empty that even when two galaxies collide, the chance of two stars hitting each other is nearly zero. It's like two clouds of smoke passing through one another, silent and majestic. Yet, this void isn't nothingness. At the quantum level, it's a fabric teeming with energy and particles popping in and out of existence. Space isn't a place where nothing exists. It's a vast ocean filled with something we don't yet fully understand. Now, let's look inward, at ourselves. It's not just the outside that's empty. The atoms in your body are mostly made of vast voids. If we could remove all the empty space from your atoms, the entire human race would fit into the size of a sugar cube. But that cube would weigh billions of tons. If an atom's nucleus were a marble in the middle of a football stadium, the electrons would be orbiting in the very last row of seats. We are 99.99% empty space. The reason a table feels solid when you touch it isn't because atoms are touching, it's the electromagnetic force of electrons pushing against each other. In reality, you have never truly touched anything in your life. There is always a microscopic gap between you and the chair you're sitting on. Breathing on that thin line between these two extremes is more than just a biological miracle. There's also the opposite of this void, neutron stars. When a massive star dies, it leaves behind a core so compressed that a single teaspoon of neutron star material would weigh about 10 million tons. Imagine a teaspoon as heavy as Mount Everest. Despite being only 12 miles wide, these stars are heavier than the Sun. The gravity on their surface is 200 billion times stronger than Earth's. Furthermore, when neutron stars collide, heavy elements like gold and uranium are scattered into space. This means the gold in your jewelry might have been born from a collision between two neutron stars billions of years ago. As Carl Sagan famously said, "We are made of star stuff." The iron flowing in your veins was once forged in the heart of a massive star. That star exploded, and billions of years later, that dust became a cell in your arm. You aren't just observing the universe, you are the universe. The universe is about 13.8 billion years old. If we compress that history into a single calendar year, modern humanity wouldn't appear until the very last seconds of the very last day. All those wars, discoveries, and empires, they all fit into just a few seconds. But think about what we've achieved in those few seconds. Every second, the sun produces more energy than humanity will use in the next million years. Yet, with just a tiny fraction of that energy, we've built civilizations. With the naked eye, you can see about 6,000 stars, but with binoculars, that number jumps to 50,000. And every day, at least 275 million new stars are born somewhere in the universe. Even as we speak, the universe is reshaping itself. In the future, perhaps we'll develop technologies to bridge these gaps. Maybe wormholes or warp drives will become as common as cars are today. In fact, NASA plans to send 4 astronauts around the moon with the Artemis II mission in 2026, returning to crude lunar exploration after more than half a century. At the same time, scientists believe they may have detected the strongest evidence yet of dark matter in the massive gas halo surrounding the Milky Way. Every year, the unknown gets a little smaller. Discovery isn't just about seeing new places, it's about understanding where we stand in this enormous picture. I hope this small cosmic tour helped you forget your earthly troubles for a moment, because sometimes, understanding how small we are helps us see that we are part of something incredibly grand. If you enjoyed this journey and want to keep exploring the mysteries of the universe with me, don't forget to subscribe. Which part of the universe fascinates you the most? The massive distances of space, or the infinite void within our own atoms? Let's talk in the comments. See you in the next video. Take care.